peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas
in a bong.
All right, y'all. Two peas in a bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
And it's your boy KP.
And shout out to Bong, who is not with us tonight, at least for right now. We'll see if he hops in the chat or if he jumps in late. Scotty Boy already in the building. He said, "Oh,
I've been dwells with
this.
us."
Yeah, as always, as always. He said, "Bam was lame as fuck for that. Disrespected Kobe."
Tell us why you mad, son. Tell us why you mad.
Hey, Bong is in the building. Bong is like, yeah, you know. So, what you think, KP?
I have mixed feelings about this game. I really do. Let me start by saying shout out to Bam Adebayo. 83 is 83.
Okay.
You are in the record books. For some of the people that don't know, I kind of question the 100-point game, but that's a subject.
Hey.
So, it's starting to become more and more sketchy. The only thing that we have from that are the alleged stats and that banner that says 100 next to Wilt that looked like he was sweating from piping down a couple of them women.
a few out of the 100 that he said he took down.
Yeah.
Right.
That might have been 100. That might have been 100 women that he took down that day. I don't know.
Okay. 50 points, 50 hours.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But
okay.
So no, but shout out to Bam.
Yeah, scoring 83. Like you gotta be putting the ball in the basket, man.
Absolutely.
I mean that sounds so motherfucking cliche, and it's like, duh, motherfucker. Yeah, you got to be putting the ball in the basket. But yeah, nah, you got to have some type of skill if you drop an 83.
And Scotty Boy, like he dropped 30 in the first quarter, right? So he was on pace to get 20.
Al said 100 seems absolutely attainable now. My bad, KP.
And I'm going to get to that, Alf, because in Bong, you're exactly right. Those are the two things I kind of want to talk about. So, okay, he scores 30 in the first quarter, legit. I think he had 42 at halftime. Still legit. 62 by the end of the third because he tied LeBron or passed LeBron for the most points scored as a Miami Heat. It started getting sketchy around 70 and like being up and having a lead and all that stuff. It started to get kind of weird. And then you look at his stats, right? And you're thinking for a person to score 83 points, man, he had to be shooting the ball well from the field. Well, he was 20 for 43 from the field, so he was under 50%. 7 for 22 from the 3-point line. Like 7 for 22, that's less than 33% from the 3. And then he shot 43 free throws. So you shot just as many free throws as you did field goals. Now it's starting to look a little wild. And the fact that you were up by so many points and you were still chasing is like...
I mean, he had 31 in the first.
I understand that. He had it
31 in the
going.
first,
He had it
almost
going.
almost 50 by halftime.
Yeah, 42. It
40,
was good.
43, I thought.
Oh, 43. Okay.
Yeah.
It was good. And then it just started to get sketchy. And so like you look at this, right? And Gordon Hayward, I don't know if you saw Gordon Hayward, but he came out and said something about this.
What Gordon Hayward say?
Gordon Hayward said that this doesn't look good for the NBA product in basketball because Bam Adebayo isn't a scorer like that.
He averages like 19, right?
Yes, but like you wouldn't put him in a prolific scoring conversation. Now, Michael Beasley
Oh,
would.
absolutely not.
Michael Beasley warned us about Bam a year ago,
Well,
but
and that's what I was gonna say. Like, and he is one of them who said Bam Adebayo got game.
he said Bam is a guard trapped in that big ass body.
Now, do you think that it's a case of like, man, hey, once you get to the league, a lot of people have to change their game up?
I
Do
know
you think it's with
I know that's the case.
with Bam Adebayo? I'm saying like he got
I
more
think
in the tool shed. You don't think,
I
or
think
you
that's the case for everybody in the league
okay? But
because
we talking about
yeah,
Adebayo though. I'm saying
absolutely,
specifically him. You think that the
absolutely,
transition to the league, he had to like dumb it down?
absolutely.
Okay.
He was a one and done. He was recruited by John Calipari at Kentucky. He was an All American coming out of high school. Absolutely. So he's been on the radar for a long time. You asked Bam Adebayo when he started dunking. You ever heard him say that when they asked the question, "How old were you when you started dunking?"
Uh-uh.
Bam Adebayo said he was dunking at 11. He was 6'5" and dunking at 11 years old. So
How? Oh, he was 6'5" at 11.
yes, 6'5" and 11. He's been a problem for a very long time.
How old were you when you started dunking?
I was 14. I was 14.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I was in high school. I was in ninth grade, but I was 14. You know, I was getting the little squeezers.
Okay.
And then it was a Mickey Ficky, I ain't gonna say his name, but this motherfucker came out here in ninth grade as well. Stayed after school one day on a Friday, and this motherfucker was throwing it down with two hands, cocking it back with some Dockers that was kind of hanging off him because he didn't have a belt on. I'm like, who in the hell is this dude?
Oh man. Oh, that's
Shout
funny.
out to that dude, whoever that dude is, man. Now, shit, I don't know who that dude was, man, but shit, if you know him, man,
Hey,
give a
I
shout
don't know
out to,
him.
huh?
I don't know him.
Yeah. Oh man, shit, man. Yeah, that shit was something different, man. The way he was getting up, I said, God damn.
Yeah, I was probably eighth, the transition from eighth to ninth. So probably
Okay.
like right before I got into high school, I was already dunking.
Hmm.
So yeah. But
He
yeah,
he was that dude that was taking off, cocking it back with two hands. He was that guy.
we'll save that for another time, man.
First semester. But anyhow, but so you know, Gordon Hayward said that, and to one of the things that Alf said earlier, it the way that the NBA product is with scoring now and shooting threes, it almost looked like it's so easy a caveman could do it. No disrespect to Bam Adebayo, but you know, you putting
No,
guys.
you sound like you disrespecting Bam
No.
Adebayo.
I'm really not trying to disrespect Bam Adebayo. I'm saying it like you think of the most prolific scorers in the NBA right now, right? In the history of the game, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Um, could you imagine them if they were in their prime?
And you say prolific scorers. I have to ask: is LeBron James, when he leads the league over the history in points? Clearly, when you say LeBron James, do you think scorer? Is
You
that the
don't
first thing you think of? Scorer?
you do not think scorer, but if you look at his scoring over the course of the years, he will go down as a prolific scorer when
Okay.
it's all said and
And I'm
done.
not saying that he
Yeah.
won't. I'm just asking,
No,
like,
no, no,
is that the first thing that comes to
no,
mind? LeBron
absolutely,
James, scorer. Oh,
absolutely
he's
not.
a scorer.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
and that kind of lends to the longevity point. Like you played consistently, you stay healthy. So obviously, if you could sustain it longer, you're going to have more points.
Hmm. But
But
you think about this though, it's like LeBron James or Kevin Durant in his prime in this era of shooting threes. You give Kevin Durant 21 3-pointers or 22 3-pointers.
Kevin Durant is a scorer.
It, like what's that going to look like for someone like Durant getting
Crazy.
22 3-pointers? Like it's just it's more so the style of play that they're playing right now with hoisting up so many 3-pointers. And it wasn't just 3-pointers because he got to the foul line 43. He shot 43 shots. Not he didn't get there 43 times, but he shot 43 free throws. So like really imagine that. I think that would,
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
I mean, Kobe. So let's look at that. Okay, so he shot 43 free throws. How many did Kobe shoot? Do you remember?
20. It was
20. 18 for 20.
Yeah.
He went 18 for 20. Adebayo went 36 for 43.
Left 7 points on the board. The
You
man could have had 90.
right, right. You mentioned when you were talking about how efficient or not that Adebayo was. 20 for 43 from the field, 7 for 22 from three. You said 28 for 46 was Kobe shooting 60% from the field, almost 61% from the field. 3-pointers for Kobe, 7 for 13.
Over 50%.
Over 50%. And I believe the Lakers were trailing in
They
that
were
game.
trolling. No, they were.
They were down. They were
Yeah,
down.
they were.
So it was a complete like flip flop. In terms of comparing like the scores. The Lakers were down big, right? Wasn't it a double digit
Yes.
deficit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toronto was handling them.
But see, and then you gotta think about it like this. I'm not saying Toronto is one of the greatest teams or whatever it was at that point when Kobe put up 81. But man, who did the Heat play, dog?
The Washington Wizards.
Come on, man. Like they out there with the Olay.
One of the youngest teams in the league, possibly tanking.
It's crazy, and it's crazy because I'm looking at some of the you always look in the comments when you look at videos and stuff. I'm looking at like a YouTube recap, and niggas in the comments like, look at number 27, not even saying names. They just like, look at 27. That's when it's like, who are you playing against? Like, and I mean, look, they're all NBA players, but I'm saying like, I always say this with respect to how it compares to you and your peers. Washington Wizards, you guys got some making up to do. Y'all are bottom feeders.
Man, did you hear Ime Udoka?
What'd he say?
Was like, oh, okay. And who did he do it against?
Right.
Oh,
That's the sentiment around the
he
league.
shot 43 free throws. Oh, he played the Washington Wizards.
Everybody is looking at it like that. Everybody is looking at it like that. So, hey, look, Brandon Hallam said 83 on Magic City night. Y'all catch that short bong put out there about that Magic City night?
I did, man. The NBA was like, nope. And we don't even want you to think about it.
NBA ain't messing with the biddies and titties, huh?
Yeah, they let you gamble, right, Bong?
Chicken and titties. Chicken and titties. And what? He said they'll let you gamble, huh?
Yep, they'll let you gamble, they'll let you drink. Absolutely. But yeah, nah, we don't need y'all down there shaking ass.
Nah.
And them lemon pepper wings.
Right. But I don't know, man. It just seems like nobody's really respecting the 83. Definitely like they not like they respected Kobe's 81.
Because it didn't. If I had to compare this to a game of Kobe's, this is more like the 60-point Kobe performance, where it was like Kobe is jacking up shots. It's looking real bad in the beginning. Like, God damn, Kobe. And it was a storybook ending at the end where he hit shots. The Lakers won the game. And he was able to walk off into the sunset, Mamba out. Like, it was Hollywood, right? So it was theatrical. But that's what it felt like. Like, okay, Kobe's jacking up shots. This is his last game. We've the Kobe Bryant tour has concluded. We're at the last stop at Staples, and this is it. In the words of D. Parker, when he hits that high note, this is it. So go for what you know. I think
This is it.
what I think he shot like 50 times or 60 times. It was something astronomical. Kobe shooting. It was ridiculous. Um,
Well, I mean, earlier I think it was Alf who said something like it was more of like a 65-point game. So the 83 is getting the credit of a 65-point game.
and Kobe was 20 for 50 in that 60-point game. That's what it felt like to me. Like, so it's like, as a Laker fan, I loved it. As a basketball fan, it was like, ew. Um, this Bam Adebayo 83, um, as a person that played basketball on a level and likes the game about, like, I respect that he got 83. But the
Yeah.
way that it looked aesthetically towards the end is like, what are we doing? Because at that point, all the principles went out the window. Like, all the things that we did growing up. When you're up by a certain amount of points, you rest your stars, right? You sit your stars down. When you're up by a certain amount of points, you're not hunting and trying to score offensively. You are now holding the ball and everything else. Like,
He was
all that went out the window.
he was chasing that shit like some hard liquor.
Oh man, it was hide and go get it, man. It
Yeah.
was like, yeah. So that's the part for me where it's like, what are we doing? And that's to what Bond was saying earlier about the product. That's part of the reason why the product looks bad. Like, what are we really doing? We didn't let nerds and everything else infiltrate the game of basketball. And this is a result of it. This stuff that we're putting out and we're now idolizing and saying is the new standard. Like, what is this?
Listen, man, I was talking to my brother and we were just like, somebody gonna score 100 points. Like what Alf was saying earlier, somebody gonna score 100, and it's gonna be somebody like Khan Knipple or some shit like that.
On them threes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
He
gonna
shot
have
33 threes.
exactly. Bang!
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
just,
that Mike Tirico, or that's not Mike Tirico, is it?
oh
That be doing that bang.
no.
That,
That's shit. Now you got me forgetting his name.
I know it. That's not Kevin Harlan.
No,
Yeah.
it's yeah, we'll get it.
Okay.
Somebody in chat help us out.
Bang. Yeah. Mike Breen.
There
Mike
you
Breen gonna go horse body tonight. Bang.
Mike Breen. I'm like, it's Mike something.
Okay.
How could we not?
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah. Man, hey man, he's gonna run out. It's gonna sound rap.
Bang, 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 bang.
You gonna turn-
It's gonna be like Pops. Bang, bang, bang. Do that thing. Bang, bang, bang. Like, nah. Listen, man. It's gonna happen though. And it's gonna be somebody who you least expect. And then what you gonna say? Like, so you're not saying that Bam is a prolific scorer.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
And he goes down in history.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, second highest point total.
Most people don't even know Bam's first name.
Would you do the honors?
Idris
Okay.
Adebayo. Adebayo. Nigerian American. Ade. Crown. Yoruba. The man's royalty.
Now this man's breaking it down.
Yeah, Ade means crown. He's royalty.
Go on and break it down, Tevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell. Break it down.
That was Tevin Campbell that sang that?
Yeah, wasn't that him?
Huh?
That wasn't that him?
Damn, that was a banger.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah. You got to break it.
You gotta remember your stuff, man. Come on. You don't remember that was Tevin Campbell?
I remember the song. Like, damn, didn't realize that was Tevin Campbell.
That was Tevin Campbell, man.
Man, that song was that song was right.
Okay, so Scotty Boy is on KD. What he cost you, Scotty Boy? How much? If you don't mind us asking.
We need somebody investigated, folks.
Hey, look, he said, KP, we need the locks. It's getting spooky out here.
Hey man, listen, March Madness is right around the corner. I'm gonna get you them locks for March Madness.
Man, we should have prepped to have a bracket.
Yeah.
We didn't do that soon enough, so man. That's our bad.
Yeah. About 5 to 6.
Ooh. Dang, Scotty Boy.
Ooh. Yeah. Look, man. I got you, man. I'll send you a pick 3 for tomorrow, man. For tomorrow's March stuff, man. I'll do that, man. Okay. Just give me a moment as we continue to go through our topics. But I got you, Scott. I got you. Pick 3, man. All right. Pick 3 on me.
What'd he say? I ain't betting on them kids. They cost me too much money. Okay, he ain't betting.
Nah, the pros is worse, brother. The pros be on the take.
I ain't killing no kids.
Yeah. And you shouldn't have bet on Ohio, man. They've had close encounters, so they were bound to lose. If you was in my live on Sunday, man, I kind of talked about that. I knew that they was going. I didn't think that they was going to win the conference.
Well, are they going to make a deep tournament run?
Probably not going to get out the first 4.
Oh, you don't think so?
Nope, because I have a feeling that they're going to put them in the first 4 against a Power 5 school. And it's going to be murder, she wrote.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nah, man. They finished 31-2.
Who beat Miami of Ohio?
UMass beat them today.
Man, what has UMass done since
Calipari left?
Yeah, I was about to say Marcus Camby.
Yeah. Much of nothing.
Man.
Much of nothing.
Wow. Okay. But that's you know what? Take that L before you get in the tournament, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be thinking about, oh, we ain't lost yet, and then going all the way through and having that nervous energy about it. Just get the L out the way. Fuck it.
Damn. I see a couple of these but man, Batman, how do you feel about the Bam situation, man?
I mean, I said it. I don't think I think you got to respect anybody putting up buckets, right?
Yeah,
Um you have to. But it gets to a point to where he was definitely chasing, and it just didn't look good. Just the flow of the game, it didn't look good. It almost looked like the Wizards were complicit in trying to help him make history, right?
at their expense.
Yeah, like it was just like, man, get this shit over with. And I
Yeah,
and I said in the Discord last night, Tyler Hero is somewhere sitting saying I would have went for 84. So,
yeah,
they were missing a lot of people, but it is what it is, man. Love it or hate it. Kobe's will
yeah,
always get more respect. So just leave it
yeah.
at that.
Man, it was, yeah, it's
Well,
tough.
but you were about to say something about your picks. Who were you looking at?
Scotty boy, if you with me, let's go with take that Michigan State over UCLA. They're a 5.5 point favorite. Go on and take that, please. Um, let's see. I will also take Utah State over Nevada at a 6.5 point favorite. Go on and do that. Um, and last but not least, because I said I'd do three, so that's two. And then the third one, I would do Alabama over Ole Miss by 9.5. Those are my three. So you take Alabama, you take Michigan State, and you take Utah State. All of them will clear. And those are KP's picks. Gave you the lock, Scotty boy. Let's see what you do with it. And
Okay.
if you one slam dunk to bet everything on, Michigan State beats UCLA by more than 5.5 points.
And that'll be a rematch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a rematch. Um, man, so it was some moving and shaking.
Um, but yeah, man, those are my picks. What else you got on tap for tonight, man?
Well, I mean, we were just gonna stick to the basketball shit, but I see folks talking about some shit in the NFL.
You
Um,
see, Scotty.
if these picks lose, you have to take me in, KP, because I'd lose everything. Hey, Scotty boy, don't bet the house on it, man.
Hey man, listen, we gonna take each other in, man, because I'm betting everything on it too. Like,
Hey, man, Scotty boy, do not, and I repeat, don't don't listen to this man.
you better
Don't let
listen to this, man.
huh?
You better listen to this, man.
Scotty boy, don't listen to this man. Don't
Always,
let him cheat you out of your house and home, man.
as DP says, always bet your bottom dollar, but not the ones on top.
Yeah, bet your bottom dollar, but don't bet the ones on top.
Not
So man, in NFL talk, I think the first thing I would say is we were talking about this last time we were on with the Kyler Murray situation, and he signed,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So he ends up signing with the Minnesota Vikings, which I would say Jefferson is welcoming him with open arms.
Which, you know
Um,
what? I'm gonna clap it up because Bong did a short on that, and he said that that was the best place for him to go. So shout out to Bong, Bongstradamus.
yeah, that was one out of the what did Bond give?
I think it was five.
Five,
Yeah, I think it was five.
five,
Yeah.
and I want to say. I want to say he mentioned that was, and he'll say it in the chat, but I want to say he mentioned that that was probably the best landing spot for him.
because they have the quarterback whisperer. They
Yeah.
resurrect careers.
Um. Listen, man. I think. I think it's gonna be a good situation for him.
I
I
agree.
think it's gonna be a good situation for him. Definitely for Jefferson because this year was terrible.
Yeah.
Like this shit was terrible.
She
So
was she was as bad as the color of that mustache. We gotta we gotta do something about that, Josh. Joshua, come on, man. I'm,
hey,
I'm calling you Joshua. I'm tripping. Justin Jefferson.
yeah,
Not to be confused with Joshua Jefferson at Iowa State. Justin Jefferson.
and Bong is saying that Minnesota was in fact um his number one spot
Yeah.
where he thought that Kyler Murray should go.
Bong's two
Um,
guys.
I mean, I don't. Does this put Minnesota in the spots where you think they're contenders?
They're in a tough division, right? Um, you got Detroit, you got Chicago, you got Green Bay. It makes them a little bit more competitive. You know, you've got a good defense behind you. You've got arguably the best receiver in the NFL. You lost your number two, so I'm curious to see how that looks. Um, going forward. But I think it's a step in the right direction. I'll say that because they were competitive last year, and it was some games that they lost on account of they just couldn't throw the ball. Like, you look at some of them games, it was like, ah man, like they were in it until they weren't anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's a 1 year deal. It's kind of the same thing because the Cardinals are responsible for the bulk of what he's getting paid next year.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
33 million or something like that.
36.
36 million.
30,
Yeah.
36.8 is still guaranteed on his deal.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really not. If this was a situation where you thought Kyler Murray was going to be the person to put you over the top, it would be a cool situation for the Vikings because it's not a big hit on their cap. Like it's like
Mhm.
less than $2 million.
Yeah.
So you still have bread to get other pieces and stuff. But I really don't see. I don't see them. I don't see them doing anything. To be honest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Minnesota is always one of those teams where it's like, oh man, they're good regular season and they play well, they're competitive, and then what?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not really rocking with it. Um,
I think it's a step in the right direction though. And I like what Bong is saying. This is a tryout year. It is like, I mean, you're only risking $2 million. And after this year, you'll be able to lock him in long term once he does well. But I think he's gonna do well there.
yeah, who do you have over there? Addison still there. You got Hawkinson. Um,
I like Hawkinson.
yeah, what's running back wise? Who's their
And
running back?
did they release their running back? I feel like they released their running back.
I don't know who they have running back wise. They'll have to address that.
Let me see.
But uh, what I was gonna say is Addison and Jefferson were suffering last year. Suffering. Look,
Did
and as I say that, Bong says they won 9 games with no QB play last season. Yeah, and Bong, what I'm saying is they could be good regular season, but I don't see anything that Minnesota has done over the past few years that really makes them different than what they've been at their best, which is a cool regular season team. When's the last time you really were like, man, Minnesota is a true contender? Do you think it was when your boy, you like that? What do you think when he was at the helm, when he was under
Denny
center, when
Green.
they,
You
huh?
talking about Denny Green? You
Man,
talking about?
you
You talking about who you like that? What you talking about?
Kirk Cousins, man.
Oh,
This dude said Green. Heck no.
I thought you were talking about the coach.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about, but no,
no,
no. I'm saying, is that the last time you would say Minnesota? You thought Minnesota was a contender like that?
yeah, yeah. Weren't they 14-3 that year, something like that? I
And
think
then what did they do? Do you
they,
hear what I'm saying?
they
They always, not always, but when they're good in the regular season, and then they don't do much in the playoffs.
and their running backs are Aaron Jones and
Oh
Jordan.
yeah, they still got Jones. They still got Jones.
Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason.
Um,
I
yeah,
I do like their defense. I like their defense.
yeah. Um, and Bong, we were talking about Brian Flores and his defense. Um, that always leads me to question, like, will he ever get um another shot at being a head coach? Because his defense is like hybrid. He has like the 6-man fronts. Like, bring them all up there, and then he'll drop certain people, so you can't really get a good read on what they're doing.
Hmm.
Versus somebody going with a traditional 4-3 or 3-4.
We've seen it too many times. Like, we've seen this.
Yeah, but I'm saying with his shit, where he goes with the 6-man fronts, is like, it's almost like giving the look of an all out blitz, but then you don't know who's going where.
Yeah, yeah,
So you don't know who's dropping in the zone. Um, it's just it's creative, man. It's really creative. And like Bong said, it puts a lot of pressure on the other team to kind of like think on the fly.
yeah.
Like, how do you game plan against something like that
Hey,
when they just switching the shit up on you? Know what I'm saying? Like, at least with like normally, and I don't know if Alpha's still in here, but it's like if you run like a 3-4 or 4-3, like if you got guys doing like zero technique, you'll switch it up when you put in when they go to one,
mm-hmm.
and then they're playing either one of the A gaps. Now you can kind of figure out, okay, well, we'll make a line shift this way, or we'll go heavy with the pressure on this side. But that's just one guy moving one way or another, or two guys. If you got your 3 technique and 1 technique, like moving in the A gap and B gap, moving around like that to kind of throw the quarterback off. But if you got 6 motherfuckers on the line and you don't know who's doing what, that shit's crazy. But anyway,
No, look, no, I like what you're actually saying, and that is crazy. The
Brandon Hallam said Kyler Murray is buns.
nah, I think
We'll see, man. He's
I
gonna
think
have a cool
Murray's
season, man.
nice, man. I think he's nice. Now I'm gonna see how his body hold up in that cold and running in Lambo, uh, running in Lambo, looking in limbo. um, yeah, and running in Soldier Field. Them games get cold, man. So hopefully you get one of those games earlier in the year, and
Uh, yeah, I
as
don't know, man.
as opposed to later in the year.
I think he's going. I think Murray's gonna do just fine. He's probably gonna put up numbers too. So be prepared for everybody who's hating on the move. If you play fantasy football, you might want to pick him up.
Eh, Bong said Flores beat the Lions in a game where the Minnesota quarterback threw for 51 yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, Listen, his defense is it's different, man. It's
That's
innovative to say the least. Like I like it for sure.
and not understanding where a blitz is coming from, and it's six guys.
Not even just the blitz, like zone coverage and
That's yeah.
like
Well, one might be a blitz, the other they may be dropping back into coverage.
yeah. I mean, you got your center's got to be really really smart.
What I mean, because what's I mean, you think about the '85 Bears, right? Their defense that they ran, it was Buddy Ryan. He was running the 4-6, which was another unconventional defense at the time. So those unconventional defenses, they could lead to championships. Unfortunately, I just think that they're in a tough division with Detroit, Green Bay, and Chicago.
Chicago's trending in the right direction. Green Bay, I think, is people thought they were right. People thought Green Bay was. I got to see what they do in free agency and the draft. I'm curious. They got a couple holes to plug, and then you made the move to get Parsons over there. He's not going to be playing. I don't know when he'll come back, and then how he'll look when he does. But
Yeah.
it's probably going to take him just like when we were talking about Patrick Mahomes. It'll take him, I would say, this season to adjust. You'll see him getting better the season after. Same with Mahomes, in my opinion. But Green Bay, I don't know. Bears, I would say you got to look out for them in that division. And then the Lions, I think they're they're fizzling out now.
Didn't the Bears lose their the wide receiver one?
Yeah, they did, but I the DJ Moore wasn't really.
Utilized?
I don't think
Just
not like he could have been. Um, and it's not like you're taking like Caleb Williams had ridiculous chemistry with him, right?
he had DJ.
He has some big catches. Shit, he caught that one both of the Hail Marys, really, right?
Yeah.
When they tied the game and went into overtime, but then lost in OT. I think DJ Moore caught that one. But then he caught the game winner too, where he actually got either the wind knocked out of him or something. I forgot who they played, but that was DJ Moore. But just I'm saying throughout the season, um, it's not like uh he has number one receiver potential.
Yeah. But he's not utilized, or it just Caleb Williams didn't seem to get him the ball
Uh,
the way that he should have.
and this is kind of what Bong says. Caleb told Adunze, "You got the juice," and that's what they'll do, in my opinion. Obviously, heavy on the Dunze, but I think they're going to look to pick up another one in the draft. Um, and I'm not saying it like, oh, you could just replace more, but
Then they had a tight end that they picked up last year, right? I think they had a tight end. It's pretty good. I know
I
they
don't
have
remember.
Komet. They have a tight end. That was pretty damn good.
Hey
Um,
man,
but you think that Detroit is fizzled out?
yeah,
I'm curious to see how Detroit looks with you know, Sonic looking like being the primary running back. Hopefully, I'm saying it right because
they'll,
there was Sonic and Knuckles.
yeah, they'll get somebody to spell him here and there, but I don't think it's going to be like what they had. I mean, we were arguing that was the best running back duo in the league.
And last year, I was on a different sentiment, saying
You didn't agree?
no. Last year, I was saying that he was taking that I felt like Montgomery was taking touches. He was taking
Yeah,
too many
and
touches.
Brandon Hallam's right. It's Loveland who's the
Yeah,
tight end you were talking about. Bong said he might be wide receiver one.
yeah. Loveland was nice.
I think Adunze gonna do cool, man. And I'm tripping because I was this is who else they had that I was expecting, and now Luther Burden.
Mm.
He's probably going to step it up. So I would say they'll be okay. I think they're trending in the right direction. But it may come down to them in Green Bay. Well, you have to see what happens with Minnesota. I
I'm
don't know if
still not.
Kyler Murray's enough.
I'm still not ready to count or close the book on Detroit. I think that they just have to that they're dynamite on that offensive side of the ball. Um, and then defensively, when they're healthy, they can cause problems as well.
Uh,
Just the coach can't keep going for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 5, 4th and 7, 4th and 19. Like, we gotta. Sometimes it may be best to take three in certain situations. And once he irons that out, I think that they're gonna be pretty competitive. They gotta get some blocking, so my man ain't out there running like the old dollar store army guys.
oh my God,
You know
stiff man.
oh yeah, man.
Well, let's get to this before we get out of here.
Okay.
What happened with this Max Crosby deal? So, um, the Ravens backed out of this trade after Max Crosby failed a physical. I guess there were some concerns about um, a meniscus surgery he had in January. Was that the case?
Yes.
Um, so had it gone through, they would have gotten 2 first-round picks. The Raiders would have. Um, and then Crosby goes to the Ravens, which I think would have been a good deal for them. I don't know what this does for the Raiders at this point, how that situation is going to be with him going back. Um, I know we were talking the other day when Bong was on here, we were talking about the moves. I think he was actually saying he was impressed by what the Raiders were doing.
Yeah.
And I said that they were pretty much shoring up the defense. Which I mean, you get a Max Crosby back in the building, that just makes it even better. But again,
A healthy
yeah, a
Crosby.
healthy Max Crosby. But you see him posting on Twitter and shit talking about um basically don't believe the hype. So I guess he's saying it's some bullshit, but he's back with the Raiders, so it is what it is. But I'll say this: the Raiders defense is gonna be really good.
And with him being back there and being healthy, might be great. Um,
Look at this shit Brandon Hallam said. Ravens got Oregon harvested and then decided they needed their picks back. Oh shit. That is fucking hilarious. Um but yeah, I mean Crosby is saying that it's bullshit.
going in there and flick that meniscus. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
To say long term, they just don't know. Like, yeah.
yeah, but whatever. The Raiders defense is going to be good. Let's just say that. And now Raiders, you get your picks back, you get Crosby back. Do something with it.
Yeah, the Ravens were thinking about those 2 first-round picks and was like, we can probably do something else. And they was
Bong
making
said
their
the
phone
Ravens
calls on
ran
the side.
game.
Because then they get Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson instead. They're like, yeah.
I mean, he got signed to a pretty big deal too. Pretty sizable deal. 4 years, 112 million. So, um, and Bong, I was thinking that. Do you think they will? He said Crosby will still be traded. Ravens just diminished his value. Who will be the takers or the suitors in a deal for Crosby at this point? You think Cowboys?
That wouldn't
uh,
be bad.
and what are they trading?
A second and a third.
Uh, I don't know. Um,
You wouldn't trade a second and a third for him?
for Crosby,
Yeah. I look at
second
it
and
like
third.
this. If I'm the Cowboys, and I know it's a hard
I'm probably
sell.
not trading a second and third.
It's a hard sell because
Brendan Allen said trading
you're
Dak. No way.
you haven't won in quite some time, but Dak is getting older. You've got to start trying to make a move to win now because he's no longer in his prime.
What is
So
that? What do you?
no,
Go
so I'm
ahead.
saying so don't worry about the future of the second and third round pick right now. Trade those and bring in a Max Crosby. I'm saying a health. Let's say that these
First,
reports
first,
are.
what did you say? A first
I'm,
and a second, or a
no, I said
second?
a second and third.
That's no,
A second and a third. And
no,
let's say that the reports are false and that he's gonna come back and look like the Max Crosby of old. I'm trading a second and a third. I'm trying to win now if I'm Dallas.
no. That's too much.
So I mean, what's
I'll
the
I'll go with one pick, especially if you're gonna go with it. Obviously, at this point, he's still effective, so you're gonna go with a high early round pick. I should say not high, but an early round pick. I'm not giving up multiple early round picks for Max Crosby. One of them, and I wouldn't really want. Okay, maybe people probably gonna say he can't, like Bong is saying right here. He said Max is still worth a first, but that's it. Okay, if you want to give the first, cool. I'm not going from first to giving a second and third. Like, nah.
I, I,
Bong
I see
Bong
you, Ball.
says Cowboys want to develop through. So Bong, you give up a second and third. That's what you're saying.
I would.
Cowboys want to develop Dak through the draft. Want to develop through the draft and think Dak will be in his prime forever. If they were a serious team, they pursue him heavy right now.
Yeah,
I agree, KP.
you got to try to win now, man.
No. Bong, so you saying you giving up a second and third to get Crosby over there right now?
Yeah, okay, yeah. The Cowboys were going to give up a first and a second.
No, and I wouldn't. What does that mean? I'm saying I wouldn't do it. I just said I
No,
wouldn't give
I know.
up
I hear you. I'm saying,
two early round picks.
yeah,
I'm not doing it.
he's just saying that's what the Cowboys were going to do at first, but then the Ravens upped the ante
But
to first.
Bong, you agree with that? You agree with the Cowboys? You would have been happy with giving up a first and second for Max Crosby. You would have been cool with that.
To me, it looks like they're trying to win now.
I don't care if it looks like you trying to win. You're giving up two. You're giving up a first and a second.
So you see what he says?
Brandon Hallam says minimum 2 seconds.
And Bong says, so to get him now for a number 20 and a third or fourth is not too much.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I'm not doing it.
if you're the Cowboys front office, how do you get stuck? How do you get out of the cycle that you're in right now of being just a mid-level team? You've got to make some type of move.
Okay. So what you need is, if we're talking about weaknesses, we've
Mhm.
already said linebackers. I think Bong agreed with that the other day. What was it, Monday when we got on?
Yeah, Monday.
Um so when you start going to start filling in like depth at certain positions,
Hmm.
so you need, because Christian Parker is his defensive style, Bong, and you can let me know what you think when I say this. He's going to be running a 3-4, right? He's
Hmm.
running a 3-4 defense. So one could argue that the most important is going to be your one tech. Well, he's planning on
You
doing,
want your nose
he's
guard?
he's planning on doing zero technique. So he's planning on having you straight up with the center.
Yeah.
And that's because you have somebody like Quentin Williams who's versatile and can move around. I would say you need to add depth at the one technique. I don't, and you're not putting Crosby there. Yeah, it would be cool to throw Crosby opposite of Williams. Cool. But I don't I'm saying first string wise, I don't think they're gonna be as weak as some people may perceive. I think they need to look at more so like depth positions behind the guys that they already have starting. And just to give up Crosby, just to give up those picks for Crosby, I think you can use those picks to fill some of the other holes that are of more need. Like address your linebacker. To me, address your safety. Like that's just my, it's just my opinion, man.
And say so when I look at football and I look at the defense, um,
Yeah,
I,
but what do you have? I'm sorry, KP.
no,
You
it's
add
fine.
Crosby, you have the best D line. When do you address the linebackers? Once
For
they get to the second level, we gonna be saying the same shit. Like, look at that motherfucker. He can't even run. He can't keep up with nobody. He can't even run with the tight
and
end. He can't like.
but that's what I was gonna say about the linebackers. I think of all the spots on the defense, I think that's the easiest spot to plug somebody into. If you have a dominant line, it takes the pressure off your linebackers. If you have a dominant secondary with your safeties, they can cover some of the weakness of the linebackers or corners. But I think you have to fill those areas first. I think it starts in the trenches, but I think the linebackers is the easiest position to kind of find somebody to play.
eh, um, I don't know. Look, Bong said, "Fuck them picks. I need proven commodities."
Yeah.
Okay, and then what? Then how do you address the rest of the shit, man? He said, I've been crying that they need to be more aggressive at signing a free agent linebacker. They're dragging their feet per usual. Yeah, but Bong, what I'm saying is, I th- and that's just, listen, people can agree or disagree. Like even Cowboys fans think differently about this shit. I think that you address the linebacker first. Like I think that's who they should be going heavy on, right? That should be addressed before you start, going with giving up multiple picks and shit like that. Like, I don't know.
I
I get
remember.
what you're saying though, Bong, because I guess the way I'm saying is keep the pick and it's building through the draft. You don't have time with the current players that you have. Dak's getting older and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, but once you get the picks up, what do you have to do with the other stuff? You're gonna be getting other vets at a minimum who are past their prime, probably lost a step, and then you'll be complaining like the Cowboys when you spread the field on them, they can't stay with anybody.
Shit, if you got linemen though, they ain't got as much time. Now you put some pressure on them.
You yeah, but you got to get there.
Yeah,
It,
true.
motherfuckers ain't getting sacked on every play.
No,
It ain't a game in the NFL where somebody is getting sacked on every play. Like
true.
you rushing the quarterback and hurrying the quarterback and stuff like that, but don't let it get to a point to where you get in that second level and it's still wide open and you can't stop a nosebleed.
I remember it's probably been 20 years now where Ray Lewis was talking about the importance of having linemen and dominant linemen to where he's able to freely roam the field without getting blocked and do what he does and make his plays. So I think as you have a better D line, it's going to make your linebackers look better. Because that was a problem last year, right? Dallas couldn't get any sack. They couldn't put pressure on the quarterback, essentially in the beginning.
Bon, look at what you're saying though. You say you can't go into week one with rookies being forced to leave, bad business. So what do you do at linebacker? And I know the Raiders basically it would be just like home for Crosby because the Raiders are 4-3 style also. They run a 4-3 defense. And I mean, he's got that style where he's on the edge. He's, not the biggest guy. He's quick, can get to the quarterback, cause some havoc. So those are the types of guys that you want on the outside.
And Gregory Stevens, welcome to the chat. He said quarterbacks aren't the same with a hand in their face.
No, they're not, but so Gregory Stevens, I don't know who's your squad, but my squad is I'm a Cowboys fan. And earlier in the chat, folks were saying that they would give up a first and a second for Crosby or a second and a third for Crosby, and I said I'm not doing it. And I understand the points about rushing the quarterback and all of that stuff. Is just when you don't get to him,
You're exposed.
wide open. if you haven't plugged the issues that you have at other positions.
Yeah.
I mean, and then so if and I mean, I'm just thinking about this as I start going on and on too. So Bong, let's talk about it because Parker is also running the like a two shell, right? With the safeties probably doing may not go like a 6-man front, but'll have some of those looks where he brings some guys up on the line and then he's dropping to zone and disguising a lot of things. You gotta have if you're trying to run like a hybrid style type defense, you gotta have guys who can get to spots, man. And Bong, you were calling the Cowboys defense Swiss cheese all last year. So we just gonna take one piece and plug that corner of the Swiss cheese, and the rest of it is still got holes all over it.
We got provolone over here now.
Okay.
Shit, it's provolone, man.
He said, I said in our last show that has nothing to do with Crosby. You can address the linebacker position and still go get Crosby. Yeah, I think you can. I'm just saying you're giving up too much capital just for Crosby. Then you have nothing else to work with. I'm saying if you're gonna use the capital, why not trade for a better linebacker?
And you see what
And
Greg
then you may not even have to give up as much for the linebacker as you're giving up for Crosby, but you get a better linebacker in the building, and then you still have room to maneuver with something else. Maybe you give your first up for the linebacker, but then you could use your second for somebody else.
you putting patches on the inner tube, man.
No, that's not. That's not. I'm saying if it takes a if you're going to give up the first and second, they're willing to give up the first and second for Crosby. If you say, okay, let me target the linebacker position, if I'm willing to deal my first round pick, and I get a proven linebacker in the building, or I can go second round and get somebody who I know is proven, as Bong was saying, somebody who's proven and shown that they can play the position and be effective. But I use my second round pick on them instead of first and second. Now I still have a first rounder to play with.
Do you have a linebacker in mind to kind of put
You
in?
know what? Let me think about that. Let me think about that.
While you're thinking about that, I
Um,
want to say
because go ahead,
Gregory
go ahead.
Stevens, 3992 said his team is the Bears. And he said a first and a second to get Crosby, opposite of Sweat. Let's do it.
I mean, listen, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I just don't know if I'm doing it. That's all I'm saying. And I think it would. I think it would be sick. It would be a sick D line.
He's saying to do that because you got to pay Caleb and Adunze in a year or two, and the time is now.
But
I don't
Gregory
I don't think
Gregory
the time is
Stevens
now. Sorry.
Gregory Stevens, you're in a position where you have rookies, so they're on rookie deals. So you can. You're. I agree with you in that sense because you can do that. The time is now for that type of move. The Cowboys, they're not in that phase. Like your money's already with your receiver, your quarterback, and you have another receiver who you have to pay. So
It Gregory Stevens, I don't think your time is now, man. I think that y'all fell on a lot of luck this past year. Y'all were luckily getting some of those victories, narrowly escaping defeat. And I think you're going to be competitive this year, but I don't know if it's going to be the same like last year. I don't know.
uh, I think they'll be okay in that division. I think they'll be okay. Um, I heard and people will say that this guy has lost a step and all, or you know, what do you think about a Bobby Wagner coming in to steady the ship, but putting some speed on the exterior of him, but him being savvy enough to diagnose the plays and kind of you know never be out of position.
Washington Redskins, Bobby Wagner. Are
I
we talk about
Yeah,
old Bobby Johnson? We
yeah,
talk,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, and put some speed around him.
he's got IQ, man. He's been around for a
Definitely
long
got
time.
IQ.
He the man isn't fast, but he seems to always be in a position to make tackles. This guy, he's a tackling machine. Um, yeah. Was he dealing with injury last year? Did he? I felt like he was. I felt like he was banged up a little bit last year.
I think he was okay.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, who I would really
I mean, so to me, I wouldn't do that only because for me it's like Bobby Wagner is old and out of his prime, and you've got to take a chance and put these other pieces around him to make him good. I think that with Max Crosby's going to be good, whether he has the pieces around him or not. And that's what I would say the difference is between those two. He would, so Max is going to look good and he's going to help others look good around him
mhm.
because of how dynamic he could be. I think Wagner, I don't think it's more so the dynamic. I think it's the savvy of Wagner.
I mean, the thing is you have to like the guys that are elite, and that's why I say I would need time because like you talk about Smith with the Ravens,
Hmm.
Warner with the 49ers. Um, who else is out there? Uh, I'm just saying as guys who you would look at like
It,
um,
if you, but I mean, but I think that Wagner, I don't. That's like
Greenlaw,
I think that's an unfair comparison too because Wagner.
Bond. Did I say Zach Bond? Did I say
No,
Bond?
but because I wouldn't look at Wagner as a top five player at his position.
Well, he's not.
No, no, no,
But
I know, but I'm saying, but Max Crosby is.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, you're throwing it all in
Yeah.
on Crosby.
Yes.
And they have too much. They have too much to fix, though. You throw it all in on Crosby, and then your depth is what Bong is saying you have to stay away from rookies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you go all, it's basically I'm going all in. My D line is my strength. That's it. And then everybody else is like,
We have to wait and see.
right. It's not like so. And this is where I say, like what Bong was saying about the Raiders the other day. I'm like, okay, I could rock with that because I understand. But I was saying I didn't think they were doing enough offensively.
Hmm.
But defensively, when you start putting pieces together like that, yeah, that's how the Cowboys should move.
Putting it
But I
together.
but just breaking the bank, I'm just not down with breaking the bank for just one guy. Yeah,
And
Bong, that's where me and you we just gonna disagree. I'm okay with not getting Crosby. I'm okay with it.
and Gregory Stevens, he said in that division, Love and Golf act different under pressure, a lot different. Yeah, we've seen Jared Goff under pressure. My goodness, he is
Yeah,
in lead boots, standing in quicksand.
yeah. Sign a decent vet linebacker for 5 to 7 mil and build it out through the draft. I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying, Bong. What if you what if you sign a vet D lineman? And again, we just throwing scenarios out there. I really have to see who I would target. But
Yeah.
what if you take that approach for a D lineman and don't give up your high draft picks if you're going to build it out through the draft and then build out the rest of the shit through the draft?
For me, looking at it, you got an aging star quarterback. You've got wide receivers that are ready to go. You didn't
You
struck
ready
gold.
to go right
You
now?
struck gold with your running back signing from last year. Um, you've got an infrastructure in place. You got to try to go all out right now and try to win now, as opposed to and whatever young guys you get, you let them learn under the dynamic older guys that you got, the dynamic stars that you got.
Brandon Hallam. Oh shit. Uh
I agree with
Max
you,
is
bro.
different. Players like him are rarely ever available.
I I
I
agree
hear
with
you.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, you got like anyone that's trying to get him right now is trying to win right now. The Ravens were trying to get him because they're trying to win right now.
What I'm saying to you, and I'm gonna say it again: the D line is not the weakest point of the Cowboys. And I wish Bong was actually on because I'd rather hear him voice it. I see him texting the or in the chat, but the D line's not. What I'm saying is the D line is not the weakest point. You have Kenny Clark at nose guard. Quentin Williams is on your D line as well. He's going to get pressure on the quarterback, interior pressure, and stop the run. You're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to run on them. Yes, if you bring Crosby, it's a crazy D line. I'm saying yes, but you already have solid pieces in place. You should address where your weakest points are, which I don't think is the D line. That's all I'm saying. I'm not arguing with you guys saying that Max Crosby wouldn't be a difference maker. I'm just saying that the Dallas Cowboys aren't weakest at the D line.
No, I understand that. And I'm more of the sentiment of Bong, like he's available. Go get him. He's going to be your best D lineman. Go get that man. And it's going to help with some of the weakness at linebacker. It will take a little less pressure
You're
off them.
saying what Hallam is saying, right? What Brendan Hallam is saying right now. I don't, and yes, it will. It will once you get, if you get to him. Okay, just when you don't.
It's not going to be
Good
worse.
night, Irene.
It can't get worse than it was last year.
Okay. Bong. Quinnen is not going to be neutralized. I get what you're saying. It's more of if you were to compare, if you're comparing the two, Max Crosby is more versatile. Quinnen Williams is about to be creating some havoc. He's going to be a problem. And I would say the way that Parker, the style that he runs, those two are arguably the most important as far as anchoring that type of defense. It would be Williams or Clark or whichever one you would say. It's out of those two positions, and that allows Max Crosby to line up anywhere. But it would also allow versatility in other spots. I get it. I'm not saying that Crosby's not a good pickup. Not saying that, but
Is This is a
hey,
stretch.
Parsons is gone. Brandon Hallam.
This is a stretch when I say this. It's a stretch, but I'm just trying to give it a little context. Um, the Warriors were 73-9 one season, right? They lost in the championship. They didn't. The weakness wasn't.
Max isn't falling in your lap though, Bong.
The weakness wasn't Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes wasn't bad. He just wasn't KD. When KD became available, it's like, you know what? Don't care that we were 73-9. Yeah, we didn't win a championship, blah, blah, blah. Let's get
It's
Durant, plug
different.
Durant in. The rest.
That's different. That's different. You got 5 motherfuckers on the basketball team. You
I
got 5 motherfuckers on the
saying it
basketball
given
team.
context in
It,
terms of
that's different. You got 5 people. One person. There's way more implications on what that one person does versus somebody on a football team, a player on a football team. You want to talk about hiding stuff and disguising stuff. You can't do that as much as you would as much as you're able to in football. You can't do it in basketball. You can't disguise as much in basketball. Plus you're playing offense and defense in basketball. So, nah. I hear where you're trying to go with it, but I can't take that ride.
understandable.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and agree to disagree. I'm listen. I'm not gonna sit up here and be upset if they get Crosby. I would just hope that it's not for the first and the second.
You know,
Yeah, get them shits out of here. Hey y'all, 2 Peas in the bong. We out. Ah, them shits got on here.
of course, man, they got
Hey, appreciate y'all rocking with us. Appreciate you, Brandon Hallam. Shout out to you. Bong will be back in the building. Gregory Stevens, shout out to you for dropping on in here. The folks who came in and hung out for a while. Scotty Boy, I don't know if you're still in here. Shout out to you, Alf. Shout out to you.
better take them picks, Scotty boy.
Like, share, subscribe. If you're just sitting there and you haven't already,
Go
please
check
rock
out
with us.
Go check out our shorts, man. We got some interesting stuff on there. Comment. We do comment and engage.
Yeah, yeah. But man, that's about it. 2 Peas in the bong. We out.